no shots. Got power like Samson, I cut off the locks. Chirac, Timmer, in the cut like I'm Fredo Santana. Buju Banton, I hop in the Bama, the world is mine. I'm Tony Montana, I'm Pelican Fly. Diamonds on me cause I'm rapping a rock. I'ma go hard, I ain't killing them soft. I'm up in the hills, I feel like I'm Lauren, you ready or not? I like who got...
Just a spectacular afternoon for football here in the Tar Heel state of North Carolina as EA Sports welcomes you inside Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. Today, it's week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here between the New Orleans Saints and the Carolina Panthers. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. This is taken just shy of the 10. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Carolina. It's an 89-yard kick return, and the Panthers get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. So a heck of a start to this one. We haven't even gotten settled in already in the end zone on the opening kickoff.
And you know what happens, too? Now you got to translate what that means, because I think for the team that just scored, their defense, I think they'll be more aggressive now. They'll be bolder. They're playing with a lead and an early one and some momentum. So if you're the offensive coordinator on the other side of the field, you'd better be prepared for some heavy pressure coming your way. They're going to try and get another big score and a big one early.
Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and it's now a 7-0 game. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Jameis going to look to throw right away. That's out to Hill, right side complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. Winston now to throw on first down. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down on the sack. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Working out of the gun. Winston to the right side and complete to Thomas. On third down, Winston. And this one is incomplete.
Man coverage is certainly a staple of their defense, and it's built for plays like that, forcing that incompletion.
Fourth down, Winston. He is going to find Hill here. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. On 2nd and 11 now. Winston. Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. It's Shaq Thompson here with a pick. And the Panthers are going to get the football back at their own 17.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Here we go. Shot 17. Ultra. Ready?
They'll start on the ground with Hubbard. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down. Well, this defense for the Saints, they were terrific in the win over Tennessee a week ago.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Coming in carrying the losing streak, not the start that they were looking for. 3 and out on the opening drive.
So now everyone's looking at each other. And what I mean by that is, who's going to make the right play? Who's going to get us out of the doldrums? Who's going to get us out of this funk that they're in right now? They've got to find someone who will make a play, create a play, and get their confidence moving in the right direction.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And that will force a turnover on downs. So shall we say a bold decision to go for it, and that bold decision does not pay off.
And when you talk about bold, you're saying all caps?
All caps.
Yeah, without a doubt. Maybe they're telling their defense they have a lot of faith in them. I mean, that's how you have to spin it, is that you tell your defense, you know something? We were able to go for it there because you guys are so good. I'm not worried about things. That's the only explanation I can come up with in this situation.
He better get ready to spin it for that post-game presser because you know he's going to be out.
He's going to have to spin it for his own locker room, frankly.
Try to pound it in, Kamara. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
If you're going to keep these guys out of the end zone, you've got to be able to commit to stopping the run. And that's a nice job there, getting the safeties involved in run support.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. Definitely be a disappointment to come out of this starting position with just 3 points. They need to try to dial something up now, 3rd and 10. Winston. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by J.C. Horn. And the Panthers will take over here at their own 12-yard line.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw some away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points were given away and could cost them a ball game?
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Quick throw, knocked away, and incomplete. The Panthers at 1-2 through the first 3 weeks of the season. And they got off to the good start, but then 2 straight losses since.
And now you start to wonder about what this does for a team's morale, how it affects their psyche, because, let's face it, you work all summer pointing toward that opening game, you get the win, but then you don't carry it on from there.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. Well, we saw this plenty last year in college. He loved to take his shots downfield, and that throw, that was a thing to behold there. Throws right side, and that's complete. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a first down. They'll run here with Hubbard, and they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
That's good power football on 1st and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there, but that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
2nd and 5. Escaping the pressure right. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test them early. But they proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. 4 yards, that gets him close to the goal line, but it also brings up a 4th and goal. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Ready.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. And the Saints are going to get the ball back on the turnover. They hold on 4th and goal. Oh, they were so close to the goal line, Charles. 4th down, they figure, well, we'll go for it. But the decision to pass winds up being a bad one with that interception.
Well, I think you said it really well. They may have just figured we're this close, we may as well go for it. Or they had a plan right from the beginning coming into this game to be aggressive. In any event, it didn't work out for them.
To throw again on 2nd down. Winston toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done.
Ready. 3,
1st down, Winston. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Well, these two teams, they met in New Orleans earlier in the year with the Saints coming out on top. So a win here in Charlotte would give them the season sweep. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Winston to give. It's Kamara. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Winston. There's Chris Olave. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Winston. And going deep for Hill. And Jameis intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And the Panthers are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. Well, I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me, that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you've thrown this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
From the 39-yard line, here comes 2nd down and 6. Now back to throw. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by Alontae Taylor. And the Saints are going to take possession of the football.
They have been struggling to put points on the board so far, and while you don't want to lump it all on the rookie quarterback, he's definitely the root cause. And all rookies, they have those learning experiences in their first year. What they're hoping for is that he can learn on the fly, work through his struggles against his defense, and at the same time, still find a way to put them in a position to win.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
I'll give them credit winning that first snap and forcing an incompletion. They're hoping that'll deflate the offense a little bit after they took the field charged up after taking over after a turnover.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Here's Winston. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. On 1st and 10, Winston eluding the pressure right. And Winston lost the football. And this is going to kick out of bounds. Boy, a fortunate bounce or two there. They'll keep possession back inside the 10-yard line. Thankfully for the offense, a fortuitous bounce there on the fumble goes out of bounds because they're down here in the red zone. You don't want to lose one there.
You don't want to lose one, and the best part, because it went out of bounds, they retained possession, still have an opportunity to put points on the board.
It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal. Trying the left side with Kamara. And he's going to pull his way down to about the 1-yard line. That's a gain of 7, and we'll leave them with 2nd and goal coming up.
And, Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line, because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
And I don't think he got in. The big bodies up front held him at the 1. Officially no gain on the sneak. Kind of a wasted play there, and now it's 3rd down. Now a handoff up the middle. Whitfield, and he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Saints are an extra point away from evening this one up. Will Lutz on for the point after. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
Well, not one you see often there as he fails to keep it between the sidelines, and that is a penalty every time, and going to give this offense better field position.
And it's every kickoff guy's nightmare, isn't it? Because you don't see yourself doing this, and most of the time you don't. It's absolutely a mishit, and now your team pays the price. Bad field position for your defense.
They'll give this to Hubbard running right. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Striker, 3-3, strike.
And they'll go again here with Hubbard. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7.
Come on, set. Black Ultra.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Over the middle, that's hauled in by Tony. And he's not quite going to get to the marker. It'll be a gain of 8 on 3rd and 10.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the first down. Now to be 4th and short.
Here we go, set.
They'll try and throw for it here. Going deep downfield for Ross. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and the Saints are going to get it back and in great shape. The first down throw for Winston. That would complete downfield to Thomas. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Jameis now on first down. And that is incomplete.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far. But on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now a give right side. Whitfield. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. They'll keep it on the ground. Whitfield. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Second and goal from inside the 5. Kamara trying again, and he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. Alvin Kamara with career touchdown number 91. He joins a group that includes Tony Dorsett and Isaac Bruce, among others. And the Saints have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Takes it at the 7. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
That one goes for 24 yards. A big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already. He'll look to throw. That's complete to Tony. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half on as the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. Gonzalez's kick is good. So we have reached halftime with the visiting Saints out on top. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. Set now to go for the third quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points at the half, partner, all of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly harped on it, but I think they told them, guys, if you want to keep calling those plays that are exciting, you've got to take care of the ball. Otherwise, we may have to dial things back a little bit.
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Throwing again on second down. Winston. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's C.J. Henderson picking it off. That is a tough way to start the third quarter. You get the football, hoping to drive it down, put it in the end zone, and take the lead. Instead, they give them the football.
And I think the key here is for them to not get discouraged. That is not how they drew it up, not how they saw it in their mind. But there's a long way to go in this game. You know, they've just got to find a way to come back one play at a time. Yes, it's a cliche, but they can get it done. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time.
Marcus May with a pick. And the Saints are going to get it back here just past the 35.
A good starting spot for the Saints as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. Following the interception, Winston.
That is hauled in by Michael Thomas. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
A give to Kamara running right.
And he'll work down inside the 45.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. A 10th carry for Kamara.
And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33.
So after the run by Kamara, now another 1st and 10.
From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And room there to work it inside the 25. From the 24, Winston out of the backfield. That's complete to Kamara.
And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
From the red zone now, Winston out to his left.
That is caught by Olave. Touchdown, New Orleans.
A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Lutz good on the extra point, and that makes it a 21-10 game. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
Pulls it in at the 13. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go.
This offense returning out there, and really, you remember the last drive, Charles, it was over before it even began. They threw the interception on the very first play.
And what that means is for all these guys, it's been a while since they've been out there going full speed, so they've got to get everyone back out there, run a couple of your go-to plays, make sure you get your offense oiled up a little bit. They've got to be able to start fast, but they've got to be efficient as well.
Especially the quarterback.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, that one was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again.
This pass outright to Arcega-Whiteside.
And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Saints 33. A gain there of 21 yards. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 down at the 33. They'll look to throw again.
And that'll be caught by Tony. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. And they'll run on 1st down with Hubbard.
Call that a gain of 5 as the clock ticks inside of 2 minutes to go now in the 3rd.
It's not a huge breakaway run, but if your starting running back finishes the game with averages of 5 or 6 yards per touch, you'll take that every single time.
A quick throw. It's Arcega-Whiteside. And the Panthers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal here as the tackle made at the 9.
offensive line wasn't set. There's the flag, and 5 yards back they go.
Quarterback has to look around and make sure that his team is ready to go. Sometimes the quarterbacks go faster than is necessary.
That false start knocks them back behind the 10 now as they'll try again, 1st and goal. Looking to throw. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And he comes back with one complete. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. Able to get 9 out of that pitch and catch, but now 3rd and goal.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. This will be caught at about the 5. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. Call it a loss of 2 there on the play. And it'll be 4th down.
Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And it's going to be batted down, and will go the other way with the football. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt, and the Saints will have the football back. So they have now gone for it on 4th 4 times, and they have converted no times.
I know we talk about analytics and how it's entered into the game, and there's a good percentage that says, go for it, you will actually make a good percentage. In this case, the analytics just went right out the window. 0 for 4. They've got to start looking at things in a different way.
They begin on the ground with Kamara. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. And they won't be able to run another play. Time has expired on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They run it again with Kamara. 74 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead, positive game. Just keep that clock ticking.
The Saints on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the 1st. It's a gain of a yard, and the Saints are going to get a 1st down.
I don't know about you, but I like this call. 3rd and inches, and instead of worrying about getting it back to a running back and maybe there's some penetration from the defensive front, just go ahead and take it, move forward, and pick up the 1st down.
And as we say often, shows confidence in your offensive line. They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming. Jameis to throw it. That's out to Hill, right side complete. And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that'll bring up 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there, and they've rallied and made the tackle.
Here's Bradley Pinion now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. He gets this away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news, but this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. They'll come out throwing here on first down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Alontae Taylor. And the Saints are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
Staying on the ground on first with Kamara. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Alvin Kamara with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Saints are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this 4th quarter advantage. Lutz with the extra point, and the lead is up to 18 now. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Takes it at the 7. And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down right around the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
On first down, they'll start out with Hubbard. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
I think if they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on first down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive.
Ready. Ready.
2nd down, another chance for Hubbard. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time. Not the start to the drive they were looking for. That run doesn't do much at all.
No, not at all, and it leaves them with 3rd and long. And you know, this is the time of game where these drives really, really start to matter. They've got to make some moves.
Okay, ready?
The Panthers on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. They'll look to throw. Got his man. It's Arcega-Whiteside. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Here we go. Here we go.
They'll set up to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
He already came through for them on this drive. No surprise that they were hoping he could do it again.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Back to throw. Open man right side is Tony. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
In motion, the tight end. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He's going to let it fly. This is caught inside the 15. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing. And if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
Touchdown, Panthers. An 11-yard touchdown. And the Panthers have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. They'll look to throw. And that's caught at the 2.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation. This time, unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point, as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show. We got a plane to catch.
Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. Winston here to throw. He's going to let this one go deep. And that's caught inside the 35. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. On 1st and 10, Winston. Thomas brings it in. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. A man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Kamara again. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. Again, it's Kamara. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara, his 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Saints are going to be moving to 4-0 as they extend their lead. Lutz good on the extra point, and that will make this a 19-point game. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Well, you don't see that often. He just mishit it, and it goes out of bounds.
Well, I know sitting up here, and I'm looking at you, and you're looking at me, and I know we're both thinking the same thing. Isn't it easy enough to keep it between the sidelines? Because unless you're intentionally doing it for some reason, well, that's a costly mishit, and now you put your team in a bad spot.
Out of the gun, here's the give to Hubbard. They find some open field here. On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call.
Here we go.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And, Brandon, I think they're the type of